Hello, on this episode of The Average Tabletop Gamers, I'm going to be looking at some Scenic basing kits from Micro Art Studio. Hello there, it's Sven here, and as I said, today we're going to be looking at some Scenic basing kits from Micro Art Studio. So, we've featured a lot of stuff from Micro Art Studio on this channel before. It's no lie to say that we really like what they do, and as we've focused previously on things like their made for infinity range of scenery, like the MDF buildings, I've recently got some resin Scenic basing kits from them to show you. So I'll jump right in now and I'll show you what they look like, some of the range that we've got here, and we'll go a bit further. So as I said, we've got these resin Scenic basing kits here, and as you can see, so we're just looking at one of the kits here, we've got a number of pieces of Scenic basing all done in resin, and you can see they're quite thin in terms of profile, so there's a lot of detail on them, but the actual bases themselves aren't too chunky, so you can easily fit those on top of an extra base. And I guess these basing kits are going to be ideal if you want to do some good scenic pieces, if you want to build up your own basing scheme on top of existing bases, or do like large artillery pieces or large monsters or whatever with them, or because Micro Art Studio do a range of pre-made round bases and oval bases that match these, you could use these to dress your terrain and make scatter to fit in with how you've based your army. So I've got 5 different ones here, and this is just a drop in the ocean of some of the types that they do. So we'll see here they've got this one here is the Ruined Chapel scenery set or basing kit, and as you can see, you get all different manners of shapes and sizes, and they're all made with, I hope that detail picks up on this camera, all made up with the detail. You can see some great pieces of candles, there's ruined flooring, so there's quite a lot of detail in there depending on what you're looking for. And again, I mean, this would be great if you're doing anything kind of Dark Ages, if you're doing any Viking games, even any kind of games like SPQR. These would be good as a basing scheme for there. And I've painted one up just to see what they look like, and I'll put better pictures of these on the Facebook and the Instagram to go along here, but you can see it, very quick paint job on one of these just to see what it looks like. Then the next one we've got here is the trash basing kit. So they do a range of, say, the trash bases, and so on these ones here you'll see all sorts of detail, like there's shock absorbers, there's random bits of cogs and bits of engine parts. We've got bits of checker plate, bits of diamond plate, there's all sorts of tank wheels, car wheels, tyres, and again there's a piece that I've just quickly painted up, just to kind of show you what they look like with a bit of paint on them. The next one we've got here, and I quite like these ones are the Halodyne or Halodyne basing kit, and this one's very much like a Greek or a Spartan type setup. So you'll actually see on some of the larger pieces here we've got things like there's like a Spartan round shield. You'll also see on some of them there's like a Spartan helmet. There's lots of, the architecture is like, we've got like columns, whether they be Corinthian or Ionic, I don't know, or Ionian columns, and you've got various spears, and then you've also got like the intricate mosaics as well, which I really loved on these ones, and I really enjoyed painting this one. So I tried to kind of use some colours very much like what you'd get in the Mediterranean, so white marble, a bit of red and a bit of blue to bring out the mosaic tiles, and then of course obviously some sandy colour on the outside. And let's say, I mean, those would be really good, especially because there's a few games which are set around that Spartan era. Anything in your ancient steam would be great on these bases. The next one we've got is the Scrapyard basing kit. So again, it's very similar to the trash basing kit, but this is bigger pieces of metal. So You could quite easily incorporate these and the trash basing kits together to give a bit more flavour and feel. But yeah, see, these are more like large pieces of metal, and real big bits of architectural piece in there. And again, there's my piece that I've painted up very quickly. So you can see there I've just done a little bit of work trying to make it look a bit rusty and things like that. And then the last basing kit that I've got is this one here, which is the old factory basing kit. And you can see here this one is a lot of bricks, corrugated iron, tin, and there's some lovely big pieces here. So these ones I can see working really well if you were doing a bolt action army in 28mm or anything in 32mm. So Imperial Guard will look nice on these for 40k. But I was thinking for these, what it would be really nice to do with these is put a bit of a wintry theme on them and do kind of a Stalingrad look to them. So obviously all these bases here that I've painted up, I have just painted them. I haven't dressed them with any static grass or anything, which is something I did think about adding some tufts on. But as I say, the actual bases themselves are really nice in terms of the detail. So we've seen the basing kits themselves. So they come in a blister like that size, and for each basing kit you get 3, 6, 12, you get about 15, 16 pieces. And as I say, they do blend in well with the resin bases range that Micro Art Studio actually produce alongside these, and I'll be showing you some of those in the near future that I've picked up for my Death Guard project, which I'll also be talking about very soon. But you're looking to pay for one of these blisters about €15, €14.99. So at the current time of recording, that's about £12 to £13. Obviously, Micro Art Studio are based on continental Europe, so if you are in the UK, you're going to have to factor in postage and potentially customs charges. However, fear not, because there are quite a few Micro Art Studio dealers in the UK now who can get that. So I know the Outpost, for example, they carry the Micro Art Studio bases in their range. But as I say, like, for what they are, I think it's a brilliant price in terms of Scenic basing. And you know, the fact that there are a range of different sizes, you could even, if you wanted to, you could even chop those down into smaller pieces to make them fit different bases. Because it is very thin resin, it'd be very easy to achieve that. And as I say, if you're looking to theme an army and then theme some scatter, so if you're doing a bolt action army, you could actually get the similar size bases, the actual round bases in resin, and then buy the old factory basing kit, say, to use for your artillery pieces, to make a Scenic base for your artillery piece, which is what I'll probably end up using those for some of my British armour, or maybe my German like Pack 40s and things like that. But I think price point wise, it's very nice for what you get in the pack, and the fact to say that it does blend with the rest of the range is an added bonus. So I don't think there's much else to say on these Scenic basing kits other than I really like them. They were very easy to paint, but the detail jumped straight off them. So often with these things, when you see things in flat resin, it's hard to get an idea of exactly what they'll look like painted up, which is why I quickly threw some paint at some of them. And as I say, I will put those pictures of the kits, the painted versions next to the unpainted versions. I'll put those on our Instagram, and I'll also put some pictures up on the Facebook page. So go and check those out if you want to see what mine look. Just please bear in mind, of course, that I'm not the best painter, but even then it should show you what anybody can achieve with a handful of colours and a couple of technical paints. So I used Null Nile and I used some of the Games Workshop Typhus Corrosion to get that rust effect on some of the scrapyard and the trash basing kits. But yeah, I say another great product from Micro Art Studio. Really enjoyed actually seeing these and working with them. And as I say, I'll be showing you some of their other bases very soon in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. So as always, I'll put the links below to Micro Art Studio and these basing kits in the video description. You'll also find our social media channels in there, but I'll put those across the bottom of the screen now so you can see those. So if you want to go and hang out with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, please do so. Remember to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you very soon with more content here from the Average Tabletop Gamers. Bye.